Okay, so we are all in quarantine. We are locked down in our homes. We're supposed to be limiting our contact with everyone else in the outside world, Harvey, because of this outbreak here. But it sounds like a lot of folks are jumping onto these dating apps these days.
They are, Alex, and they're jumping on in huge numbers. There were like 3 billion impressions on Tinder in one day with swipes. 3 billion swipes. There are millions of people on Tinder and Grindr and Bumble and other dating apps. And, we have been, we're able to get the numbers, and the numbers are up from pre-quarantine. It is, anecdotally, we have been doing a lot of checking. Some people are definitely hooking up right now. And remember, it's not even so much that sex can spread the transmission of the virus, but close contact can. And, there's no closer contact. So this could be a hidden danger, especially with young people, that could come back to bite us.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, because we are tending to think about the coronavirus as impacting folks who are older, which obviously they have, they're more susceptible to becoming seriously ill. But as you well know, there's this whole idea that we have a lot of asymptomatic people, young people potentially, who are walking around among us who don't even know that they have the virus. And that's a big concern. When I read what you guys had uncovered here, that was my first thought.
Yeah, that's right. And, and the other thing too is just think about it. I mean, you think about a 25-year-old who, is just feeling his or her oats. Right. And all of a sudden, they've had this great social life, and then it comes to a grinding halt. And then what? I mean, are we waiting for a virus? So what we're doing this weekend on our website, we do polls every weekend. Mm-hmm. And we're asking people, just frankly, I mean, it's anonymous, but we're asking people, have you had sex during quarantine with strangers? Are you planning on doing that when you get out of quarantine? But this is an issue, Alex. And remember, these young people, if they get the virus and then they interact with older people, that's the way this thing spreads.
Yeah, that is certainly the big concern. Lastly here, obviously, you see more people using apps like Tinder and Grindr. But what we don't know, and you point this out here, is whether this is just people kind of, maybe trying to make an online connection with someone for something down the road. We don't necessarily know how many folks are actually, in that moment getting together in person.
That's absolutely right. There is no data on that. Just anecdotally, what we're finding is some are, for sure. And in terms of those who aren't, who are just kind of using it to make connections, which is great and everything else, the question is, when are they going to make those connections? Because, if we get out in June, I'm just picking a month, if we get out in June, but a vaccine isn't available until next March, say, what happens in between that period? And will people wait? I think a lot of people are not. And I think it's an issue, right?
Yeah, I think it's a big issue. Absolutely. All right, fascinating stuff, Harvey. As always, appreciate you bringing it to light here. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Okay.
And you too, Alex. We do the same thing we do on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
I know, man. It doesn't feel any different. I know. I'm trying to make the weekends feel different. Right. All right, buddy. I'll talk to you next week. Thank you.
Hey, Alex.
See ya.